The sun has set and protests continue across the nation tonight after a leaked draft from the United States Supreme Court signaled that it's prepared to overturn Roe versus Wade. Thanks for being with us. I'm Lucas Geisler.
And I'm Deborah Kendrick. This is a live look as demonstrations in Seattle and on the steps of the Supreme Court in D.C. You're also looking at video at a protest happening right here in mid-Missouri and Columbia earlier tonight.
ABC 17 News has complete coverage of the leak, its fallout, and how it'll impact Missouri.
Just hours ago, dozens of people stood outside the Boone County Courthouse to protest the news.
ABC 17's Kennedy Miller is live in Columbia. After speaking with some of those demonstrators, Kennedy, people you talked with say they're angry.
Deb, Lucas, less than 2 hours ago, dozens of people were lined up all behind me at the Boone County Courthouse. One protester I spoke to told me when she heard the news, she felt sad and discouraged, but she had a different feeling tonight.
The Supreme Court says it plans to aggressively investigate how the draft copy got out. Chief Justice John Roberts called the leak a, quote, singular and egregious breach of trust. He made the statement after the High Court's Public Affairs Office confirmed the draft was real early this morning. Roberts says it's authentic, but stressed that it does not represent a decision by the court or the final position of any member on the issues in the case. Let's focus on the impact that people in Missouri could feel from this. Because of a series of actions previously taken by Missouri lawmakers, in the event it's overturned, it'll have a trickle-down effect that makes abortion illegal in Missouri.
So we put together a timeline tonight to help better understand how we got to this point. So in 2007, the governor signed a bill into law limiting action abortion centers can take. It also reduces the window in which a woman could get the procedure. That triggered a lawsuit by Planned Parenthood. The state ultimately settled in 2010 under the condition that abortion clinics can operate under some restrictions.
Then a Texas case brought to the Supreme Court challenging similar rules was ruled unconstitutional. It inspired a new round of legal battles spanning from 2016 to 2018.
And then in 2019, the Missouri legislature passed two separate bills. One banned abortion starting at 8 weeks. A federal court blocked that from going into law, but then in 2021, an appeals court agreed to hear that case again. A decision on that has yet to be announced. And then the other bill made abortions performed outside of 22 weeks of pregnancy illegal unless considered a medical necessity. That law also includes a trigger policy, which would effectively ban abortion statewide if the Supreme Court overturned Roe.
Today, we checked in with Representative Nick Schroer, who sponsored that 2019 law. That includes the trigger law. Schroer would like to see the High Court overturn Roe versus Wade, him saying abortion should be a state's right. However, Pro-Choice Missouri says Missouri is one of the most difficult states to get an abortion in already.
So I think allowing the states to enact their rights and legislate any protections, any prohibitions on this issue, on abortion, it's well within the rights per the 10th Amendment.
Abortion in Missouri has been largely inaccessible for years. So we have already been in a post-Roe world here in Missouri. And now the rest of the nation is facing what we face every day.
Now what comes next? One lawmaker in Missouri is working to prevent Missourians from crossing state lines to get an abortion.
ABC 17's Layla Mitchell's live in the capital city tonight after speaking with that lawmaker earlier today. Layla.
Yeah, Devin, Lucas. Mary Elizabeth Coleman, Republican state representative, told me today that the amendment she believes will keep women safer. But another state rep I talked to today told me she believes it's actually only going to hurt women in the long run.
So here's another live look at the steps of the Supreme Court. ABC 17 News will keep a close eye on this developing story.
We're going to bring you any new updates we get overnight during our morning newscast that starts at 5 a.m. You can also check out more in-depth coverage on our website at abc17news.com.
Let's take a look at weather now. Tomorrow is looking like another gray morning before rain moves in again later in the day.
It's literally all we talk about, right? Tracking the incoming weather for us tonight is Storm Track Chief Meteorologist Jessica Hafner. Jess, people should make sure have that umbrella handy, Lucas, because on and off showers for the rest of the week.